we in a couple good months though for the seasonal lawn care?
Yeah, I mean, it was coming to an end, so
Well,
yeah.
see, I mean, that changes the whole situation.
Yeah.
Like, I wish we could keep that up forever. Sounds like $5,000 a month, but
It'll start back in March.
even still, okay. Let's say you throw $5,000 a month towards the bad debt, right?
Now we do want.
We gotta before the balloons, man. Like, we need to actually because of the balloon. I'd make.
Well, we do have some more issues.
Oh, good.
Like
Okay, one second. Before that, just an example. $5,000 a month is still 42 months to pay all of this off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not insignificant. I mean, that's still 3.5 years.
So, our living situation.
Yeah.
So we're out the camper, right? In the house. We want to sell the camper. So.
Okay.
We want to sell the camper.
What are you gonna be able to sell it at? What do you think it's valued at when you owe 37?
So it has some damages. There was a leak in it, and one of the floors in one of the slides is rotted out. So about $5,000 to get that fixed.
Good.
So I think we could sell it somewhere in the 30s, and then just pay the
after putting the 5 in.
No. With damages.
Right.
With damages.
Really?
I think we could get somewhere in the 30s, and then just cover the rest out of pocket, and that would alleviate the $425. So we would like to sell the camper. Also for our living situation.
Yeah.
It's probably time for us to.
Where are you?
Get out of the house and find something.
Yep.
Just us. So get out of our.
Well, it's going to add a minimum monthly expense. You're probably going to rent a house or something.
Well, that was something I wanted to ask you is, what would your
describe the living situation?
So we live with my in-laws.
Yep.
In one of their extra rooms.
Mm-hmm.
And we just pay them $200 for utilities right now. But I mean, we also have a newborn baby that cries throughout most of the night, and they were empty nesters, and I think that's. I think they haven't said it, but I think that they're ready for us.
Oh well, okay, well that's different. I was gonna say because I was a newborn crier as well, 28 years ago. My grandparents were empty nesters, but we lived with them I think for a year or 2 years maybe.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously I have no memory of that, but
I think we have a few more months before we actually have to do something.
Well, what I was gonna say. I think I'm willing to let you guys suffer for a bit, but their house, like as soon as they need you out, I would get out. But until then, I would try to stay as long as I can and just tackle as much as I can. But yes, when you get it, it's just going to add another minimum monthly payment in your endless minimum monthly payment ocean. I would just do the cheapest, safe house you can get. And I would just I'd shop around for it like it's a full-time job for a few weeks.
Yeah, so she like I said, she's in the apartment space and whatnot.
Yeah, that helps.
So pretty much the cheapest that we'd be able to find is about $1,000.
What's your trailer worth?
The camper trailer, the utility trailer.
Utility.
22-foot one?
Yeah.
Probably like 5.
Okay, so selling that makes no sense.
6.
Ram, again, we rolled negative equity into the discount, so what's it worth? 50?
Yeah. 50. Yeah.
If we try to make a difference on a personal loan, I don't think you're going to be able to buy a truck that's good enough to do what you needed to do with whatever the difference would make up.
No, you wouldn't, because I don't
think you looked very hard or considered a lot of options, to be completely honest.
Yeah, we can look later and see what you find, but
it's mostly for the garbage thing.
It's for both businesses. Yeah,
they do it all around the world without massive $70,000 trucks. There's not some magical extra gravity in the United States. I'd love to sell the truck, but I mean, the thing is, you'd get kind of a crappier used truck in the price range.
That's
what making up.
Yeah, I mean, I already had that.
I know. So. But if we do the personal loan, like bridge technique, like even if it was $20,000, I don't think. So I don't know your income, man. I don't know. You need
you could say, I think, averaged out about $3,000 a month is coming in from it. That's going towards my debts.
After all the tens and tens of thousands of dollars and different expenses you had?
No, so it'd be about 2. I have about 1,000 in expenses for my business, which is the mower.
You had so much more than that.
I'm talking about like no, not for jobs and whatnot. I'm just talking about like my CRM, trailers.
Fix. You're talking fix.
Fix. Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's
fix.
not the only expense. Though there's those other expenses.
Right. So it's kind of complicated to explain. But
are you setting 30% aside for taxes in whatever you're taking home?
Yeah.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
Where was it?
There's a tax account.
Was it just one of the checking accounts?
It's a savings. It's empty now because we just paid it off.
What about this year?
Yeah, we're starting to save for that now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so we do.
Okay, so pretty much if there is any actual profits coming in, they all need to be set aside because it's not set aside 30% anymore. In order to pay this last year's taxes, you're going to have to set aside every single cent to make up for what you have not saved this year so far.
Yeah, so like I said, we're getting 800 back for 22. So that's going straight towards taxes for 23.
If you make as much as you say, 800 should barely be a drop in the bucket, though. Which is why, again, I'm continuing to be very skeptical of this.
So she gets a refund.
Child tax credit?
So we're going to have that now.
Yeah.
My wife works, so she gets a tax refund, which offsets my...
Well, it's because she's getting too much collected up front. But okay,
correct. So it offsets mine, and then the amount of mileage that I drive...
That's going to help. Yeah, you're going to... Trust me, I want you to write off every single little thing you can. But writing off is also... I mean, you're not... I mean, still... We're writing off against. I'm just skeptical.
What is
of how much is net
from
net.
my
True
side
net.
business?
True net. Well, you haven't been able to give me a number, and we're just going around in circles at this point anyway. So, and then let's just say 3,000 comes in from your business, net, which, okay, even still, it depends on your living expenses. You throw in a $1,500 a month rent in here. We have groceries. We have the new medical expenses. Taking the kid in for checkups.
Yeah, so that's all covered.
Oh, it's all there's no deductible or anything?
It's covered by work.
100%? Wow. Yep. Okay. Cool.
I mean, you're probably not gonna like this because it's more debt, but something that we're
an hour and 8 minutes in.
We thought about is so we do have the 3 acres is just purchasing a mobile home and setting it on there.
But didn't we already decide that was last time?
That was a camper trailer.
Oh, yeah.
But
still, well, that truly goes down in value. But even best case scenario, those things hold value barely.
So eventually, we do want to probably move from that land. So we would see that as we probably get a mobile home that's safe, decent for around 30 to 40,000.
I asked for one thing from you, and that's to borrow no more.
Yeah, I know.
No, I would say no. I would rather pay rent for a little bit and then build a property on it in the coming years. Okay. Listen, we have two debts that are gonna balloon. That's an emergency. That's a nuclear bomb is about to drop on our lives, and we need to take care of it immediately, or else everything's gonna come crumbling down.
I was under the impression at the end of the balloon you refinance it, correct? Or is that not accurate?
You can. You can.
I mean, ideally, it'd be better to be paid off by that time.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not extremely worried about whenever it comes to the end of that term. It would just be refinanced. But
okay, so more kicking the can down the road.
No, like I said, I would like to have it paid off by that time.
I don't know. You need to sit down with an accountant and actually figure out what your numbers are. Literally, it's impossible for me to do anything without knowing what your numbers are, and we can go around in circles forever and assume this and that when it comes to numbers. But unless we actually have numbers,
right.
But to answer your question, I would probably do smallest to largest because even smallest, even if it took that, what was it, 4.5 years? Even if or 3.5 years?
42 months.
Okay. So that should be before your second balloon.
Well, one of the balloons is the camper, which we're trying to sell.
Yeah, that would be cool. You're going to sell it underwater, but you'll just have to make up the difference with either cash or personal loan. Preferably cash, but I don't know if that'll exist. Because we're heading into the slow month. Slow months. Oh, the camper was the quicker balloon, right? And you're trying to sell that. Yeah, because...
No, they're both 60. Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, so we got the land first. So that's a 60-month balloon, and that will be coming up that'll be 6 months earlier than the camper, because that was about the difference in time that we purchased.
When did you get them?
The land about a year ago, the camper about 6 months ago.
Okay. Yeah, I would smallest to largest, and I think you can take care of it if you have an extra $5,000 to throw at it, which is the number you gave me, whether I believe it or not, I have no idea. Because it doesn't matter if I believe it or not. What matters is just reality. So if you can do that, do it. And that's awesome. I would be so thrilled for you.
Mm-hmm.
Please sit down with an accountant.
Yeah, I just got one. So
Good. It's incredible because this is a mess. Close checking accounts. Close a bunch of credit cards. Just use what you want to use.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it affects your credit score. You guys are not credit card people, even though you want to be. Maybe someday you are not.
Well, I mean, I guess I was just looking to see if you could, do it with what we do know. With like my main job. Say I didn't have my side business. Okay. That's what I was looking for. Yeah.
Well, you're going to be moving into a place.
Yeah.
That's pretty much going to be a thing. So let's say $1,200 for rent.
Yeah, rent and utilities. I think that would cover it.
Okay.
I think we find something around those numbers.
Groceries, we can probably do. What are we filling? 700-800.
$4 a month.
400 for all three of you.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if you can do it, I do not be doing anything unhealthy though.
Absolutely not.
Good.
I'm pretty fitness minded individual.
Okay,
health,
good.
nutrition.
Same with the kid.
Yeah.
400. Okay. Extra what? 100 for baby.
Yeah, we have 200 in our budget.
Okay,
we
200.
put 200 for the baby.
Cool. Car insurances.
Car insurances are $288.
What do you have your budget at? Total. Oh well, never mind. No. A $288 for both cars.
Yes.
Okay. Phone bills.
100 total.
Not bad for two.
Well, we're both on our parents. We just send them $50 each. So
All right.
it's just easier.
No, sure. What else do you have? That I'm missing.
Yeah, so I have all the debt and then all of our living expenses. As far as gas for her.
Yeah, how much in gas for her?
100.
Okay.
Groceries are 400. Baby 200. So we're working on getting to a $6,000 emergency fund, and we're doing 400 a month towards that.
No, that's not in the budget though. It might be, but I'm just trying to figure out your necessities.
We're at 4,500 right now.
I'm just trying to figure out your necessities.
So don't exclude that. We do want to have at least one date night a month, and so we budget 100 for that.
Well, you're asking based on yours, so your own. So I'll tell you.
Well, I mean, I've got a newborn baby, and she's with the baby all day, every day while I'm working. So I find it necessary for her to be able to get out the house and have a relief mentally.
Trust me, I'm not against it as a concept. I just want to make sure we have money to survive. I'm seeing it coming after what you claim to be about $4,000 net. What was that? It was about 56 months or so. 4.5 years.
I think I can beat that.
I think you can too.
Yeah.
I hope you do. Actually, if this business is going successful so far, even if we don't know our numbers fully, which is, new business, it happens.
I know for a fact.
1 second.
I'm sorry,
new business, that happens. So we're going to figure that out. But if it is successful so far, what excites me is if we push off these extra things that we're just doing that are distracting us, we laser focus in on it, I think it's actually going to be really successful, which could very much amplify your just punching down on the debt and paying it off quicker. So you're right. I agree with you. I think you can pay it off quicker. What did you want to say?
I was going to say up to this point this year, I've done 60,000 in revenue.
I know,
of
but
course
your
we don't know the
expenses,
expenses. So yeah,
Like that matters to a certain point. There were tens of thousands of dollars leaving just this month.